everyone. Thank you for watching. Today's discussion is going to be kind of grisly. It's from the Morbidly Curious Book Club again, and it's called. It's in the title itself. The Butchering Art: Joseph Lister's Quest to Transform the Grisly World of Victorian Medicine. Thankfully, there are no pictures, but the descriptions are pretty gruesome. I am fascinated, and I was recently hospitalized. And after reading John Green's Everything is Tuberculosis and this book as well, my what happened to me, they put me on antibiotics and some steroids to help me get out of pain and recover. And these two books just stood out to me because I just realized how lucky I am to be living in this time period. I just thought, I can't imagine not having antibiotics, and how would someone cope with being in pain all the time due to inflammation. So, reading these books really does put things in perspective. So, if you're not familiar with Dr. Lister, well, first of all, he was a doctor. If you use Listerine, he didn't invent it. A lot of people say he invented it. He didn't invent it, but it was named after him because he really believed in germ warfare, that that we were, or doctors and nurses were, causing more harm to the patients just by not washing hands, by not washing scalpels correctly. So he was the one who, said we need to look at our practices and sterilization of instruments. And, again, we're reading this in the 21st century, looking back at the, 18th and 19th century, the Victorian era. And, you can kind of see where people get their skepticism of science, because science is based in failure. So, and experimentation. And if you just take everything at face value and you don't really listen or read the research, then you can jump to a conclusion that's incorrect and say, no, that's wrong. I just found it so interesting because, it did talk about using cadavers and what medical schools were like back in the day. The fact that he would operate on patients on his own dining room table, because hospitals were really like a death sentence. People did not want to go to the hospital because they were germy, and people knew, if I go into this building, I am probably not coming out alive. So it's just very interesting. The people who worked against him, I did not know he was a Quaker, so that led to some conflicts. But, he was able to meld religion and science together and was quite humane. This is a gory book. It does go into a lot of description of, the amputations and the surgeries he created. But it is absolutely fascinating. And like I said, when you are in a situation and you realize that this would be something that could possibly kill me 300 years ago, you are more appreciative of what you are going through. So again, it's called The Butchering Art: Joseph Lister's Quest to Transform the Grisly World of Victorian Medicine. Not for the faint of heart. I think it was way gorier than Gory Details I reviewed a few weeks back. But if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I recommend it. Thank you for watching.